I'm getting started to refine this. Just this piece. I want to see if there's any gold in it at all, but I did want to show you that that is hydrochloric acid, and there is absolutely no reaction going on between that button and hydrochloric acid. So no idea what that is. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and add some nitric to this and just let it dissolve. So we'll get back at you when we go to drop this one. So we are going to see a drop before we see the main drop. Alright, we'll be back at you in a bit, guys. Okay guys, we got this dissolving. I'm going to take off and go see my dad. This should be dissolved by the time I get back. And we'll see where we're going from there. But we're not having a strong reaction. We're getting a little bit of color in there already. So I'm just going to let it go. We'll see what happens, see what we get out of it. It's just weird. I mean, that is a weird... I don't even think, I mean, tin and lead would be too hot for me to be able to pick up that, that melding dish. So I have no idea what this is, but we're gonna dissolve it again and see if we can get any gold at all out of those. So I will see you all in a bit. Okay guys, I have returned from the hospital. I'll tell you what, I won't. I'm not going to even bother. There's no point. Anyway, there's our stuff. We do have some kind of crap down in there. So I am going to, gosh, it looks like rich gold, but I don't know. I don't have any idea what's going on with this thing or what this stuff is. So anyhow, I'm going to get it filtered off. Get it cleaned up, and we're going to try and drop it again and see if we get anything out of it. In the meantime, I will go put this battery on charge because the battery of the camera is almost dead, and we'll get back at you in a little bit. So as you can see, I mean, that color is, I don't know. I mean, it should be more yellow, not orange, but it can't be palladium or anything like that. The only thing, when I was driving over to the hospital, I was thinking about things that melt at that temperature, at a low temperature. And the only other thing I can think of is that indium stuff that they attach processor, the processors, and when they attach the heat sinks to them and whatever. But I don't know, because I mean, it seems like it's around 300 degrees or whatever that it melts at. It's really low. But anyway, let me quit babbling, get this thing on charge, get this filtered off, and see what we get out of this. So I'll be back at you all in a bit. Okay guys, there's our stuff. There is a little bit of crap in there in the bottom. I'm actually just going to filter this through just a gravity filter, a slow filter paper. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of sulfuric acid in this right now. See if anything else will fall out. That's actually probably more than we even need for that amount. I don't see anything else coming out. Put this stuff back. I know a lot of you know it already, but I really don't like sulfuric acid. Okay, I don't see anything else coming out of solution. So, like I said, there's some little white crap down in there. What I'm going to do is just get this. I actually want to get it set up. I don't want it to splash a lot. So, okay, I am doing my first rinse right now. I'm going to just rinse this all until I get that color out. I still don't see anything. It's very strong though. I mean, I'm actually holding my breath when I'm close to it, because it's just, I don't know, I got one little whiff of it and it's very potent. I mean, for Aqua Regia, normally there's a smell to it, and you can avoid it. This is really strong, so I'm really avoiding it because I don't have a clue what the fume is. So, and even though, everybody says, you wear your mask, your mask will only protect you from certain fumes. I mean, you are not going to, like an example, chlorine gas is not, little respirator mask. I mean, unless it's, you know, one of them heavy duty government rated things. I mean, you don't want to be breathing chlorine gas with any respirator. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just too strong of a, you know, too potent of a gas. So the best thing to do is just stay away from it and let it do its thing. Like I said, I'm going to rinse this until this is clear, and then we will denox it, see if there's any nitric left in it, and we're going to try and drop it again and see what we get. So I'll be right back at you in a few, as soon as I get this filter cleaned out. Okay guys, we got this stuff filtered off. It looks beautiful. I'm still holding my breath when I get close to it because it's got a very odd smell. The one time that I did get a whiff of it. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of urea in it and make sure that it's been denoxed. And like I said, we're going to walk through this whole process once just to see what's going on. So there's our urea. So we do have some active nitric in there. So we're just going to continue to do this until we don't have any active nitric. So we needed the nitric. The hydrochloric acid would dissolve it. Didn't touch the button the way it was. So whatever that other metal is, I mean, apparently it's resistant to hydrochloric acid. And I had to put quite a bit of nitric in it to get it to start actually doing something. So I don't know, this is just weird all the way around. I mean, you can see we're still adding urea and we still are getting a heck of a reaction. I mean, it looks like really rich gold solution, but I just don't know. And you know what? I can see there was some junk in the urea. I'm going to go ahead and finish denoxing this, and then I'm actually going to filter it one more time because there's still some crap in there. So we'll get back at you when we're ready to drop it. Okay guys, we have filtered this out. Again, I'm actually going to go ahead and drop in the sodium metabisulfite, and let's see what we get this time. And there's a perfect color change, and we're getting a, I don't know, this has just been strange. I don't know what that contaminant was, but now this looks like a really good gold drop. So maybe it was a little bit of indium or something, enough to, you know, enough to pick up the gold and just carry the gold. But I mean, it looks like we got a good, perfect gold drop. That's what happened last time. So anyhow, we're going to let it settle. I'm going to let this set overnight once again, and we will see what we get out of it in the morning, because like I said, it looks like a perfectly good drop to me. I mean, so the only thing we can do is let it settle, get the gold out of there, melt it, and see if it somehow or another went back from being able to melt at 300 degrees back to being regular gold. And if it did, I don't know what we did or how we did it, but that'll be a good thing. Alright guys, I will get with you in the morning, and we'll see what we got. Okay everybody, it is the next morning. Our gold has dropped once again. It does look a little cleaner this time, so maybe we got rid of that, whatever that weird contaminant was that was melting at, 300 degrees or whatever it was melting at very low temperature. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up. We're going to get it melted, and we're going to see what we finally ended up with out of these Cisco chips. Now, according to the rule of 7, we should get 1.02 grams of gold. Our first drop, we got 1.27, but you saw that, whatever that mess was. So, and I've never seen that like that before. That's a first for me. Long time been doing this stuff, and I get a lot of firsts with this computer scrap. It's amazing the different things that happen. But anyway, let me get this cleaned up. Let's get it in dish, get it melted, and let's see what we get out of it. So we'll be back at you in just a bit. Okay guys, there's our rinsed, refined, second refined gold from the Cisco chips. I don't know exactly what was in them things that would cause it to do what it did. I mean, like I said, the only thing I know of that's a low temperature enough to melt like that is indium, and I don't know if that's what it was or not, but this definitely is a much cleaner drop. We actually have, some nice color powder. So we're going to go ahead and get this. We're going to go ahead and get this melted off and see what we got. Hopefully we got what we were supposed to. At least we should get at least 1.02 grams. I don't think we're going to get that, but we're going to see. So I'll get back at you in just a second. Let me get the torch set up, and we're going to go ahead and melt this stuff off and see what we get out of it. Okay guys, let's see what happens. Obviously there was a pretty good difference in the chips so far. So let's see what we get out of those Ciscos. Okay guys, there it is. We got a good clean little button of gold this time. I'm going to throw it in the pickle pot and we will see what it weighs. Okay guys, there's from our generics from our first one, and I said our third one, which we skipped out on the second one yesterday because of the mess it was, but looks like we've got a nice pure gold button now. It caved in, it's even got a little hollow spot, and 1.06 grams. So we did end up getting the rule of 7 out of it, almost right to the money, 5/1000ths of a gram more. So we did better than I thought we were going to do, considering the mess it was yesterday. It cleaned up pretty nice. So there is our 3 buttons from our 3 different types of BGA chips, gold corner BGA chips. The generics and the Ciscos, after re-refining the Ciscos a second time to clean them up, because like I said, I don't know what that was in them. We actually got the rule of 7 out of those. But as I've always heard in the past, the Intels are better, and they absolutely prove themselves to be better than these. So I would say, yeah, if you do have a kilogram of just Intels, you probably got a pretty good shot at getting quite a bit more gold than mixed. So there is a difference. Our little experiment paid off. It did show that the Intels are actually the best. We ended up with, we only should have got 1.23 grams out of the Intel by the rule of 7, and we got 1.85. So that's quite a difference. That's, you know, over half a gram more than we should have got. So if you multiply that half a gram, you know, times 10, that's 5 grams more than normal. If 7 is normal, that puts you at 12. So it's very possible that person did get 13 grams of gold out of a kilo of the chips like he said he did. So, alrighty, I think I'm going to wrap this video up now, and we're going to move on to these guys. I'm actually going to break one down and, you know, and show you in the video how I do it. This is one processor that I don't actually smash up, and I'll tell you why when I get to it. So we'll get to those in the next video. You guys take care and stay safe out there.
I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.